Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And well, you might not like this, but new year, new team. Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
And that was could be true, but also the worst thing you ever said. So that works.
New year, new me.
New year, listen.
8150 93.9 is the number.
Saw somebody saw somebody the other day was like, how do you live a life where every year you need a new you?
You just don't like you.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to
improve.
Sometimes you need a reset.
Yeah.
And the new year is Mondays are a great time to start.
A regular Monday is a great time to reset.
A new year is a great time to start. A new month. So
a new season.
I'm all here for that. But yeah.
You got this.
You're going to make it through the day, Nick.
I forgot my headphones. Sorry, I had to go across the hall.
Where do you put your inspirational quotes at, Nikki? Your inspirational self-talk.
I usually just I'll play a little ET or something off my phone. That's usually the go-to.
Not Eric Thomas the movie.
It's just the alien telling me to go home. I just eat a lot of Reese Pieces.
Where do you get your Eric Thomas from?
YouTube. Just get some YouTube shorts, man.
I want you to hit Eric Thomas right now.
Which one you want?
And hold it up to the microphone.
Okay,
you just put Eric Thomas shorts and you hold it up to the microphone right now.
Dude, this one's good.
No, don't do it randomly. Just
how the hell am I gonna
just Eric Thomas, scroll through two of them and hit the
I'm
third
just
one.
type in Eric Thomas motivation. Here we go.
And we're gonna do 15 seconds.
Get to a point that you have a set of principles that guide you, that you don't guide, that you don't get to switch up when you want to.
That you don't get to switch up when you want to.
It was good. I love Eric
You
Thomas.
wonder why you're not successful because you don't have an anchor. You want to go out there in that water, that deep water, I don't care what kind of ship you got. If you ain't got an anchor, you through. You want all that success without an anchor? You want to be in the deep? You want a phenomenal life with no anchor? You can't survive without an anchor. I got an anchor. Young dudes be like, yo, E, I want to be like you. E, I said, bro, you don't want this life. You don't want these responsibilities, bro. It's a lot of responsibility, bro. Like, I'm a leader, bro. It's a lot of responsibility. There are people who are in a position.
You knew we weren't just going to do 30 seconds, right?
Like, bro, you don't want
Just tell me when.
Bro, like one day, I'm going to have to stand before my creator and give him
I could listen
Okay, go ahead.
to
Yeah, stop. Because that'll be the show.
I could listen to Eric Thomas all day long.
Right.
All day long.
And still not do nothing when you turn them off.
Yeah.
Or
The only thing I disagree with him on is when he says stuff like, he's like, I don't need sleep. I'll stay up for 48 hours one time to do it. I'm like, well, I can't do that, Eric.
He did back that up. Like on another one, he's like, I want to clarify. I didn't say don't sleep. I just said you might have to push yourself out of your comfort zone once in a while. Sleep is important. It's part of like a healthy regimen.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
it's like, whoa.
I was 3 days in. I was like, I'm successful.
Just delirious at the bank.
Give me my money.
Sir, do you know your PIN number? It's like,
well, Xavier's got this new thing where he shoots his guns, but he does his guns like this, but he's getting to where he's doing it out in public. And like, well, now he knows it's wrong. So he goes, not to have guns, but shoot them in public. He was like, sorry.
Second
but anyways, yeah, he was like,
Nicky the Lib likes the second amendment.
he says, so if you catch him, he goes, go karts.
That's slick.
Yeah. Well, he started getting in trouble with it because we were at Disney and there was another gentleman, and luckily this gentleman was from the South.
He wasn't offended.
No. And they're looking at each other, and the guy kind of, like, hey,
check him out.
Said something to him, and I was watching kind of Xavier out corner behind. Xavier goes like that. I was like, no, you can't do that hand motion to people.
So you out here smoking?
The Southern man was like, no, you put 2 hands on it. What do you got there?
Tex says, we got text rolling in. Tex says, I can watch that team that played last night.
I can watch that team that played last night. I agree. I concur 1,000%.
Texter says Jalen Withers looked like a captain last night.
Jalen Withers looked like a captain last night. I can agree 100%.
They said butt meets bench, though. That's why he looked like captain.
Probably.
Yep. Said the team last night had some of the old problems, but they looked different in a good way. Hate the ending, but they kept enduring runs and counter punching. There was confidence.
Let me tell you, Nikki.
I needed those 3 texts to be the first one.
I needed those 3 texts to be the first one. Nikki, I was so happy. I was so happy yesterday to hear how angry Steve was.
I'm glad you put up with me.
I was so happy. I mean, listen, it was, we'll just say this. It was an out of body, very uncharacteristically emotional Steve. Because, like I said, at first, when it gets down to the home stretch, I saw what I wanted to see. I had to start getting my office set up together, blah, blah, blah. Right. Steve, you was hating on my new setup process, weren't you? Last night.
Yeah. It looks very home interior decorative.
That's what we're going for. So, Nikki, Steve, to tell me how the game ended, right? He was so angry. And he's just telling me how mad he is and how this went, this happened and that happened and that happened and that happened. And I'm listening to him and I'm laughing. And he's just like exploding, right? Because he knows I don't know exactly how it ended. He's going off and I'm like, yes, let it flow.
Good.
Yeah. Let it flow, because you saw it wasn't a, okay, Steve wasn't in these poor babies mode. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in he was in fix it mode. He was in not just fix it mode. And when you're getting back to pointing out officiating, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you just say, you don't deserve good.
Didn't they suck?
Didn't they suck?
They suck. That little bald guy, every time he comes in, I'm like, oh,
the fix God. No, he's terrible. He's terrible.
I have watched him other places, though. He is equally as terrible.
Okay.
Like he is.
I'm glad you said that. That's
no, yeah. He is just crap.
I was starting to develop a problem with him. Like, hey, I'm gonna call Josh and say, hey, dude, I need you to put in a request to get this guy off. Like it's time to start throwing your weight around too.
Golly,
like or hold on, KP, you gotta start pulling the Satterfield and send about 10, 11 plays into the conference every week and say, hey, enough of this.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we know, we're not a great team, but what you're doing right now is manipulating the game with this stuff. Yeah. Cause I'm like, I can't watch.
No, he's garbage.
Yeah.
Dude.
I can't watch.
And you know how I noticed him? When I started noticing him, Nick, he was always there with Teddy. And Marcus and I were like, wait a minute. This guy's calling all the crap.
Yeah, Teddy gets all the attention, but the real bad hurting us.
Coaches like Teddy, man. He's for all his shenanigans.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think Teddy's a bad rep. I just think he's
puts the extra stick on.
He puts on. Is he even around?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't seen him in a minute.
I thought he was on early in the year.
I was like, man, I hope he's all right. Like, I haven't even. That says Mike James going to be great for us.
Mike James played some basketball yesterday.
I'm trying to get some opinions in here just from the text line, and then let us go kind of from there. If that,
Yeah, Mike James played some basketball yesterday.
Mike James is good.
Mike James played some basketball. Yeah. Kamari Lands played some basketball yesterday.
Kamari Lands.
He played some basketball yesterday.
That's your new starting lineup. For right now. Maybe it changes. I could maybe.
We do love our starting lineup conversation.
I could shuffle some bigs. We'll have that conversation. Somebody said Reese Gaines and Nolan Smith looked like they were about to fight the ref after that. I'll say this. Nolan, now you're in ACC play.
Nolan was a lot more noticeable, wasn't he?
I heard Drew say it like this morning, and I do agree with him. He's like, yesterday was the first time, like, I'm sorry, I don't want to misquote him, but essentially he was saying you knew who had the scout yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you could tell. Yeah. And that was good. That was good. I thought they were good there. And right off the bat, let's acknowledge this. In the first segment of the game,
yes,
even when we were down, you could tell they were doing the right things against the zone.
They had a zone game plan. You could tell where they were trying to get the ball. You could see they knew, or they were taught where the weak points were going to be. In the first segment,
they were getting there.
And listen, I did this, and this is a total self-indulging thing. I'll say, Steve, I played against Boeheim and this zone. I had Coach Crum and Scott Davenport prepare me for this zone. Yeah. You know, I saw exactly what they were looking for and exactly what the coach, what Boeheim was trying to do to our players. Yeah. You could see it all. It looked almost identical. And those games, you either figure it out or you don't. You and I laugh every single year.
Yeah.
One year, you got a guy that wants the ball in the middle. You tear that zone to shreds.
Yeah.
You have one dunker and one guy that wants the ball at the free throw line, and you'll rip that zone to shreds.
Yeah.
And conversely, Conversely,
yeah.
If you don't have that guy who wants the ball in the middle, and you don't have that JJ Trainer Montre, you get ran out the gym.
Well, and you watched it happen in real time yesterday. I didn't think Brandon was good early yesterday.
Right.
But he flipped that by the end of the game.
Do you want to tell everybody why he wasn't good?
Yes, that's what I was going back to what you were saying. And this was your point. You pointed this out to me last night.
2 possessions into the game.
Yeah. And it was right. I know. They random Donovan the day after.
Nobody should ever.
Sorry.
I don't believe the word random for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I was like, they scored 61 and now they get a random? Come on. Or 71. I'm sorry.
Again. Ahmad, could you step over here, please? You've been selected for our random flight check.
Well, how many times did you get hit with
Every single time, Steve.
It's like, dude, I'm not flying with him. Like, we're going somewhere. I'm not flying with him.
Yeah, I will cost you an extra 40 minutes.
Listen, but Brandon, in the middle.
Got a lady from me. I didn't know your middle name was Ahmad.
You're like, it's not.
Okay, I'm listening.
In the middle, you pointed this out. Brandon was kind of hiding early. He didn't want the basketball.
And Sydney.
Yeah, I agree.
And Sydney. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll do a full film review. I don't know if it sounds right. Nikki, when I say guys are hiding on the court, does that make sense? Because I say it all the time, and I'm not sure if people – okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if there's a defender in between – me and the guy with the basketball, I can nudge where there's no angle, right? For you to pass the ball. Or I can give you a target with my hand. I can get wide and be ready to jump and catch and say, I want the ball here. I want it up here. I want it over here.
Basically demand the ball.
Yeah, give me a target. Because here's the thing. If you just have 2 hands right in front of you and the guy just has his hands out, it's like, I can't find a place to throw you the ball. You have to tell me where you want it.
Well, you got to be low. It starts with getting low, especially on the block. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll yell about that, be a broken record about that. You are hiding.
Yeah.
Sydney, Brandon, you don't want to make a play. Like we went through practice, and in practice, there's not that level of intensity. There's no anxiety there. So in practice, you're like, yeah, Sydney, we want you to come up and, go for the ball. And it's like, so I know what happened.
Yeah.
Players, and let me say this, Steve.
And then texters, I see y'all. I'm gonna get back here in just a second.
It's not easy to want the ball in the middle because in a zone, people, there's gonna be somebody on the left of you.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
On the right of you.
People playing men's league with me now. I'm not elite at anything in basketball, except in a men's league. Put me in the middle of a zone.
Listen,
I'm gonna get dirty on you.
you're okay. You're a guy who
I mean, I'm not gonna score a point, but I'm gonna get open shots.
and if you're strong with the basketball, if you're confident, strong with the basketball, you like that spot.
Yeah.
Like Sam Williamson, we knew he was comfortable at that spot. If
Little
nowhere
Flock
else,
men's league, Louisville, Syracuse, on national TV.
Gotta be the exact same thing.
It's the same guy. Basketball's the same game.
But here's the thing: when you get the ball, you have to pivot. There's going to be somebody in front of you.
Yes.
There's going to be two guards to your left and right, and they're going to be swiping down at the basketball, and they're going to be recovering. So you basically have three people surrounding you when you get the ball in the middle. And if you're not comfortable pivoting and analyzing where everybody is quick, you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could see.
Well, the first pass, I mean, you saw Brandon tried to use telekinesis to pass the ball. Like as soon as it touched his hand,
He tried to do the Draymond Green Bluetooth pass.
And
Did you see that?
Yes, that was stupid. I can't figure that out.
Yeah, it's scary.
That is kind of frightening.
Little Matrix.
That's Illuminati stuff right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I'm like, how much money you made? You might be in a secret society. But here's the thing, and I'm being harsher on Brandon because it's easier now. I didn't think it was going to be, but it's easier now because I can go. But I saw a direct change.
Yep.
I saw Coach get him out. I saw Coach talking to him. I saw by the end of the game, I was like, okay, now Brandon's doing some stuff. Now he wants the ball. Now he's getting it. He faced up. He hit that little step back.
Yeah.
Because one thing Brandon's good at is
Facing up.
and he's got an extremely soft
touch,
touch around the rim.
But he's so hesitant. He's hesitant.
Yeah.
He's hesitant with the ball there.
Right. Let me just. I'm just going through these. Let me just read. We'll see. Okay. All right. Let me get back. Clean up the turnovers. And
Clean
we
up
win
the
by 10.
turnovers. And
Yeah,
you
I
win
agree
by
with
10.
that.
This is a fact.
Jeff Brom wants empty the pool with a fork while it was raining. That's awesome. Somebody says play Rose.
Wait, stop, pause right there.
Okay.
Rose gets into it. Listen, big man's trying to root Rose out. Hey, y'all. Rose had a moment. You know what Rose reminded me of? It's pretty funny. It's two quick examples. Once BJ Flynn, right?
It comes to mind a lot when I see
BJ
Rose.
Flynn, when he started getting like hardcore into the weight room, you were like,
Wasn't he gloves guy?
yeah.
And you say he wore gloves?
Dude. And gloves guy, now he wants to be like, I'm in the weight room, like, okay, yes, we know you've been lifting weights. Yes, you're getting bigger. But, it was just how that walk.
Yeah.
When he comes out, that fresh out the weight room walk, and it's like,
Are you talking about when Rose missed the dunk?
oh, not that one.
okay,
But here's the thing. No, okay. Imagine Elijah's trying to post you up, right? And he's really like, let's say he's getting stronger, but you're stronger than him, and you're kind of like, oh, let's do this a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Big man for Syracuse was trying to drive Rose out, and I could tell Rose was like, not today. Like, not today. Like he was getting physical. Again, I think Rose still has that thing too, Steve, that Sydney has. And I keep on telling you, or I keep on trying to bring everybody's attention to this. When we play against big dudes most of the time, we're less scared fouling, And like I said, our physicality went up, a lot from the Kentucky game. But yeah, sometimes you just need our big men to be playing against other big men so they're not tentative.
Yeah.
It's like, so Rose had a couple of possessions where he was thinking the right thing and he was battling on the block, keeping the guy out of the paint. Like I said, he's, you do three things right on the possession, and if you don't get the finish,
I thought Rose was okay.
Yep. I liked Rose's physicality out there. I liked him. He had the energy level.
I think he earned a shot.
He earned some. Yeah, he earned some more minutes for sure.
L did some point guarding last night.
He did. L did some point guard. Oh, what? He only did the jump out one time.
Yeah. Well, I heard Blankenbaker say it this morning. There was a couple times, and I agree with him. I thought he was going to.
Yep. And he got it under control and said, "No, I'm not going to lose the balance on this play."
A lot of Jalen. Or I'm sorry, JJ. But Jalen, we want to get to Jalen. A lot of JJ ripped the rim off the dunk, or ripped the rim off on that dunk.
It's a good pass too. That's a good finish. That was a good alley-oop. If you have somebody against a zone, but you could tell they had already looked at that. You have got to be able to convert alley-oops against the Syracuse zone. You cannot beat them if you can't get one or two of those back there.
Right?
Oh, there's another play. One of the early plays in the second half, Steve.
Okay.
Rose! You screwed it up so bad. Do you know the play I'm talking about?
No.
Listen, Steve. Backline. Look, I'm just doing the quick one right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the it's 2-3 whatever. Okay, don't worry, people. Steve's gonna explain it to you. JJ's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have one guy screening this guy, and Rose is supposed to screen this guy. JJ's supposed to be right here for the alley-oop.
Okay.
Oh God!
Wow.
Listen,
I mean, I don't quite remember, but yeah,
no, because listen, I mean, it looked so frustrating. Because here's the problem, Steve. You can ask any player that ever played under Denny Crum. if you got the Marquette call, right?
yes.
Steve, so God help me if y'all screw up my Marquette call.
If y'all don't scream.
Yeah, no, because but you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
We only had 1.5 alley-oop plays under Coach Crum. and listen, if he called it and you get a chance to run a full alley-oop play,
Yeah.
and somebody doesn't screen them, or look, because this is what you have to do, Steve. Somebody has to run and clear out, right?
Yeah.
And if that guy doesn't clear out,
Yes.
could you imagine running down there
Might be maddening.
and you be like, did you just have your man down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see it from the other end. I was the screener a lot of times. So I'm like, hey, man, look, this is I take pride in that.
Well, you're not supposed to clear out.
Yeah. Get out of the way.
But point being, Coach called a alley-oop play, right out of early in the second half. And he had, again, JJ Trent, and you could see it developing. Ellis had the ball, and everybody, I was like, y'all, you messed this up really bad. But I could see JJ was like, but point being, Steve, it was a great play call, poor execution. We should have had that dunk.
I know.
Clean, and we should have been rocking.
I know.
We screwed it up.
It was just great to see the fight last night. Easy could have laid down, take another big loss.
Easily could have laid down.
Yeah. Texture says, do the right thing. Fire KennyPayne. Texture says, looking forward to Lance, James, and Glenn combo next year.
Just stay with Lance and James right now.
Yeah.
Just stay with Lance and James.
Yeah.
They looked like basketball players.
Yeah.
Like Kamari went baseline, like crossed over and hop step to get into the middle of the lane, and you're like, okay.
I think Kamari was the most effective player in the game last night.
Do you think?
Because, yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm asking.
Okay.
Kamari Lance was committed to Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that went into the factor, or you think it was just he's been playing better basketball, more confident basketball?
He's been playing
your number two
now.
He's been your number 2 ball handler.
Yeah, I thought Kamari's been doing some nice things over the last couple of weeks. Now could play into it as well.
Yeah. Do you think they just said, you know what, he might have some extra stink?
But man, he really did a great job at getting to the paint. I mean, everything he did was when he didn't go, and when he did go, like it was. I'm telling you, I really believe he was the most effective guy on the court last night.
Mm-hmm.
And L was awesome. Okay, Mike James was awesome last night. But yeah, I mean, the things that he was doing was like, okay, this is how are we going to win a few games in the ACC this year? This is how. Yeah, with stuff like Kamari Lands. Texas says, to me, hiding is kind of like not letting your presence be known.
Oh, just okay. Like hiding is everybody else, move the ball around, And when my man helps off, I'll be wide open over here.
Yeah.
That's hiding. And not hiding is saying, no, I got to come get this ball from you and I can make the play. You know, that's what we need. Sometimes we had Mike James running there with aggressive, giving a target.
Yeah.
I really like when you have a guard get around that free throw line.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, of course, it'd be great if Brandon with his soft touch would do it, but you have to have somebody who really is confident. But that goes back to who's the confident guys.
Yeah. Shout out, Pastor. Appreciate your work, man. Texas says, how do you think coaches approach the post game with the players? We'll get to that.
I didn't listen to it.
Well, no, I think they're saying just like probably more privately, like, Steve in the men's league at the YMCA. I love being in the middle.
Lawrence.
Like, put me in the middle.
I'll make it
Somebody
happen.
went zone. I'm like, it's my time to shine.
Listen, that's when you yell out. Listen, you could be the worst shooter, but if you're a delegation member and you check in during the zone, shooter, everybody shooter. It's like calling Teddy Bridgewater the dual threat quarterback.
Marcus,
you must be the zone buster.
And that let me tell you how much that translates with Jeremy and a few of my buddies. And we knew Terrence Farley at the time. Jeremy and Terrence were really good friends. We got to go up to the Center a few times. We just play pickup, I played a pickup game with Terrence Farley one night with people like Rakeem Buckles and, some different ones that were in the game.
Yep.
I kid you not. When the game started, like I caught the ball on the wing and like the ferocity in which he come out, I was like, and I remember thinking,
they think
I'm a shooter.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't shoot a lick. I'm like, so the whole game.
Why did they think you were a shooter, Steve?
Because I'm white. So what I did was I hung around that whole game.
So you stretched the defense?
I kid you not. I went underneath the rim and cut back out. And like I caught it and I like spotted up.
So you were being a good
I had one, that because listen, you don't get room.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about the guys, and but I'm talking about to the normals. To play no, you don't get shots off. When people are like, I get a shot off. Okay. Bet you could. Like I got one that I was like, that it was just one of those like, okay, kind of got lax. It was like, all right, and I missed
played
it.
On a good
team, and it was like, okay, like that's it. But it was to your point, that knows no boundaries. You're talking guys that are playing on a top 25 basketball team and little old Steve Rummage, and they're like, shooter. No, I'm not. No, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm not going to score a point out here.
But I can't be the guy who gives up the shot to the shooter.
I got lucky that 9 were here.
It just happened to be 9 guys.
and I got to play.
You need one? Sure.
Yeah. Does he want to play?
Did you stretch?
Yeah.
Steve, super athletes don't stretch.
Well, you know what?
Look, you were supposed to fake it, just like stride long.
Do you know where I gained their respect?
I'm listening. Shoot for the ball?
No, we did. We played before, like we did 21s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did 21s, which were you shoot the 3, then you got 3 of you shoot the 3,
yep.
You get it back, you pump, you pump fake, and go to the bucket, like shoot.
You shot the best of your life.
And then afterwards, we did free throws, but we did it like, where it was like, okay, if the number racks up and if you miss, you're responsible for the number, and then that number's on you and whoever ends up at 100. So if we've hit 12 in a row and I miss 12, I got 12.
Mm.
It's not good, but it's just like,
it's like, yeah, of course.
I'm a white kid from Bullitt County. I can shoot free throws with all y'all.
It's the one thing that we can all agree on.
Now let's start dribbling down the court.
Let me get to the phone lines. Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Marcus.
What up, man?
So, Marcus, you called me out last night about Mike James.
I wanted to hear if you would give him some props.
First off, I stand by what I said about Mike James. I always live like this. If you don't want me to say anything about your game, then shut me up. And Mike James has shut me up so far. He going out there and playing better defense, better ball handling. I credit him that. But remember what I said yesterday before the game. I'd rather see Mike James and Kamari Lane play more minutes than Gavin Woodard.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they didn't win last night, look what happened. Mike James went out there and put up 19. Kamari Lane, I think he can put up 15, 17 points easily. He's a guy grow more confident. And Gavin Woodard came off the bench and played decent. So look how things worked out. Even though they didn't win, even though I feel like Evans got fouled and the referee just did held their whistle, I think you're gonna have some better results in the next game. That's how I feel.
Right, Lawrence. I appreciate the call. And listen, that was a great point that you made about as far as the defense.
Yeah,
like Mike James harassed. Like I said, that guy got going. But
you said it last night. Mike and L are good together. They're good together.
When they really get on the defensive end. And listen, I'll say this: being in a zone helped L. Ellis conserve. Be a lot more under control, conserve some energy.
Texas says that for me, that was or they're saying, that was the first truly encouraging game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I mean,
yeah,
team
wise, like you can break it down individually or as a team. And team, it's like, okay, they got comfortable making the pass.
Well, Nick said it to me this morning. I was so proud of him and myself. You know what he said?
Priest
said, I want to bring it up to Marcus.
I'm listening.
Because I said, I almost told Nick, I said, ask Marcus what I said. Because Nick said, it felt like that's the first time all year I've watched a basketball game. And I said, that's exactly what I told Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Said I felt like I watched a basketball game. That it was like, okay, this is a game. Like, because Western, I'm not taking away, but we're losing games, we're getting beat, and then boom, you look up, you're like, I was on a plane and finally got my Wi-Fi working. And was like, how much are we down to Western? I was like, God, we're up 20. Where did that come from? It kind of felt like an anomaly.
Yep.
Florida A&M, you won the game, but like Nick said, you turn the ball over a ton. They're not very good. You're like, we won. I mean, I'm still happy, but whatever. Last night felt like a game, man. Like it felt like a good basketball game that I watched going back and forth. Texas, man, stop this rah-rah, pathetic. Stop letting them off the hook. They lost a winnable game to a bad Syracuse team.
I knew Syracuse was going to be bad instantly.
Syracuse, the worst Syracuse team I've ever seen.
Worst Syracuse team ever.
Yeah, it's like no. Do they got an Oak Hill 4 or 5-star point guard from Oak Hill freshman? Yes. Do they have a big man who was most improved player in the ACC last year? Yes. Do they have a guard who was all ACC and Garrard? Yes.
Do they have a Hall of Fame coach?
Worst team I've ever seen in my life.
Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah. Lands and James with a stronger, faster Fabio. Fabio got no run though.
He got no run.
I mean, listen, I'll break the fourth wall here. When we were at practice, the one thing was clear: they've let Fabio know you are only going to get what you earn.
Yeah.
So after seeing that with my own eyes, when he don't play, I just assume that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I think it's directly correlating to his practices. If he's had good practices, I think you see him in the game. Let's see. I'm just trying to get some of these. Text says, how in the world can this texter say fire KennyPayne? These kids are getting better every game, playing harder, and it shows. The cable got stretched. If L had known he had 9 assists and second double win, does he pass to Mike James? Probably.
Wait a minute. Address that, Steve.
I mean, listen, the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. Was that the maddest you've been all year?
Yes. Yes. We deserve that.
Yes.
Yeah. And Nick, it's funny. I called Marcus and I'm going through this whole thing and I'm like, dude, like the sports guys, I'm like, y'all, you did us wrong. I said, I would kick the palace doors open and say, you guys did us wrong.
He said that, Mickey. He said that to me.
Yeah. I was like, but then on the other hand, I said the sports guys would probably look at me and go, Steve, they have a 5-star point guard from Oak Hill Academy. We made him fall on his rear end with nobody around him. What more can I do? And I would have had to go, okay.
Sorry I bothered you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. In hindsight, yeah, I'd like seeing him pass the ball.
But here's the problem. And this is dorky. Listen, have your pound of flesh with L on the last play if you want, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna do this, Steve. I'm gonna just screw this one up. Mike James, you were running to the 3-point line. If you go back and look, Steve, he was running wide.
Yeah, I mean, well,
and I didn't like that.
Well, it depends. I mean, it's spacing too.
I know.
If L picks up the ball, I mean, I'll say this. The one thing I do kind of push back on is, do you not trust, for as much as you trust Mike James, do you not trust L. Ellis there to pick that ball up and beat the big man and the two bigs down the court and shoot a layup?
I want Mike James with that ball.
Well, yeah, me too.
Get ready to dunk it.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I mean, I guess I can understand the thought process.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, the big made a good play. I think he, yes, technically you probably could have called a foul.
He fouled him, but the big man hustled like he was supposed to.
Yeah, but I mean, I kudos to the big man for making a play. I want one of those.
L always gives one extra dribble.
I want a big.
L has a problem with making one extra dribble.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hey, you gotta learn your lesson on that one.
Yeah. Let me get a couple more of these in because people have been really.
You know, take that call real quick. Priest. I want to take a quick break.
Okay,
but let me get Priest in here really quick. Priest, thanks for joining 93.9. Fire away.
What's going on, guys? You know, I don't never call it much no more, but I've been so depressed about how they played and what's been going on. But I've seen so much improvement in. Mike James played both sides of the ball. He played really good defense, man. He's a hawk on D, man. I watched him, man. He played really well. If we can get that out of all of them, fight on defense, and when they're on defense, put your hands up when you down low. That you long.
Right.
Y'all don't put with them long wingspans, you put your hands in the pack, just hold them out. It's hard to get around or get over top of it. But other than that, man, it's encouraging. So I'm going to Georgia Tech and watch it play. You have a good night.
Good call.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call. Let's take a quick break. 939 the bill.
At Kroger, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in store. So you can add bread to your cart during band practice, save on cheese while at the dog park, or even get a deal on apples when you order from the Pillow Fort. Use the app to stay in budget while enjoying the convenience of Kroger Pickup. Start your cart and save from wherever today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. $35 order minimum. Restrictions may apply. Subject to availability.
I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs, the Hammer. If you've been injured by a big truck, our team at Isaacs & Isaacs will fight to get you every dollar you deserve for your medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Just click and get help quick. Go to WeWin.com. That's WeWin.com.
Peak season is in full swing. Are you feeling the hiring pinch? Having trouble finding the right talent? Kelly is your trusted partner in Workforce Solutions. Give Kelly a call today and see how we can help you and your business keep winning. Call 502-425-7131 or visit kellykentucky.com. That's kellykentucky.com.
Follow the leader. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
As the college basketball season heats up, you won't want to miss your chance to be a part of the game day experience at the KFC Yum Center. Single game tickets are on sale now for a variety of marquee matchups, including games against nationally ranked ACC opponents such as North Carolina and Virginia. Mini plans are also still available, giving you the option to build the 6-game package of your choice. Learn more by visiting gocards.com/tickets. That's gocards.com/tickets. We'll see you at the Yum.
Yeah, it's that good. Fair Notes Pizza. Good taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's the sign I see on your face. It's that good. Yes, it is, and we deliver it. Oh, oh, oh. Taste is fun. Yes, it is. We guarantee it. Yeah, it's that good.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Season's greeting from our team at Corfage Floor Covering. We wish you and your family and all listeners at ESPN Louisville a happy new year. Thank you for supporting our local business.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
If you like burritos, which you do because everyone does, you should try Taco Bell's Chipotle Ranch and Salsa Verde grilled chicken burritos. These masterpieces start with a warm flour tortilla that we stuff with grilled chicken. But the real stars here are the bold sauces, Chipotle Ranch or Salsa Verde. In fact, the chicken is the stage upon which these sauces shine. Like this mic is a stage for me to spotlight my theatrical range. 2 chicken burritos, 2 bold flavors, $2 each. Order on the Taco Bell app. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra while supplies last.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $899. Save $200. Plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I got your script.
Here we go.
Hey guys, Dr. Tisdale here. Want a possum experience for your pet? Come see me, meow. Nick, the script sucks.
I'm telling you, Doc, puns.
No.
Trust me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fine.
How about I just say, hey guys, you love your pet and I do too. So come to Tisdale Animal Hospital. Call 502-384-3260 or request an appointment online at TisdaleAnimalHospital.com.
Solid.
I can offer listeners a free first exam and a complimentary 1-month supply of flea and tick prevention.
Nice. Hate being itchy.
Also, we are one of the only veterinary hospitals in Louisville with a state-of-the-art in-house cytology machine, allowing us to test any lump or bump and get results in 2 hours or less.
Ooh, science.
Open 7 days a week, right off the Snyder in the Chamberlain Point Shopping Center.
Okay, that was better.
Told ya, Tisdale Animal Hospital.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939. The Kenny Payne Show.
Fired down in low, and Oklahoma has a shot that's swatted out of bounds by Huntley Hetfield.
Tonight at 7, right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack,
Carl,
or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-455-9419 today.
Creme de la creme, homie. Top.
Up online at DFHcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at DFHcompany.com. Philly Carl, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
It's not Billy, but it's Carl.
Oh,
sorry.
Thanks, Nick.
Way to go, Nick.
Hey, that's okay, man. That's okay. Listen, there's first, you guys don't see it, and I'm sure none of us do, but there is a invisible defender that is on L at all times. That's the only way you can figure out him losing some of those balls at the top of the circle with just. There's another defender there. We just don't see him. He's invisible.
There was one that it did just the 6 man, like the ball just left his hands. Like we were up one, and it was like he was dribbling, and then it just went to their point guard, and they was I think they dunked it, and it was like took the lead.
yeah.
It was like
that
what
was
just
that
happened?
invisible defender. You don't see him, but he's there, and L's got to start seeing
That guy really hung on the rim too after he dunked that
I
ball.
thought that too.
He really got
I
his
thought
money's
that too.
worth.
Yeah, I was like
swinging
okay.
like that.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah,
Carl.
that's a good point though.
That's okay. Now the second point is our basketball IQ was on display last night. A couple points. If you remember, we got a foul drawn against us because a kid up faked one of our guys. He come down, he up faked him again. He went up again, and the guy draws the contact, goes to the line for 3. We had the same opportunity in the right-hand side of the court. I want to say it was James. Got the kid up in the air.
Jalen Withers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Had him flying out at him.
Contact. Yep. Instead of taking that contact, he takes a dribble past him and misses a short corner jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
We just in the last play of the game, you got to make that bounce pass. I know he was trying to get fouled. That bounce pass is just as clear as day to any good point guard. It's a layup.
Yeah, no.
But
Go ahead,
go ahead.
Carl.
I'm sorry.
No, we're listening.
I'm just saying we have improved. We've got a ways to go, but the fact that we were in the game last night, we showed some spirit. Just a couple block outs and a couple, just a few less turnovers. We're going to win a couple more games.
Yeah,
Carl, I appreciate the call.
Down the stretch, like I won't ignore this now. Now, like I do want to give them their props where props are deserved, but down the stretch, like the first half, they had a lot of turnovers. Then they cleaned that up.
You're right.
But in the last 5 minutes of the game, it was just 3 or 4 just it just killed you turnovers.
Steve. Carl, that's a great point you made, Steve. You answer this because listen, I'll be the OG and you'll be the millennial on this one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Steve. I think DeJuan said this to me too.
Okay.
You pump fake somebody in the air.
Uh-huh.
Is it Steph that ruined it? Just that you just
stepped to the side.
Yeah, you stepped to the side.
Yeah. It might be.
Is that just a thing now? Because I'm like, I can't live in a world where you have somebody run out at you. You pump fake them in the air. They're dead in the air.
I know.
They're dead in the air.
Yeah.
You have a chance for a 4-point play. But you say, you at the minimum, you get 3 free throws.
Yeah.
Steve. Maximum, they try to kind of duck and you run into them.
I know.
And you have a shot at a 4-point play. No, I got him up in the air, so step to the side.
I know. I mean, it was.
You have to get fouled. Don't make excuses.
or go to or go to the rim. Like, I mean, if you're gonna go all the way to the rim,
I
like,
know.
That's the only thing I don't like about that. I don't mind that he didn't do that because Jalen's game, but like the shot you ended up with.
Coach would have killed him if he didn't use the glass on that.
Yeah, was not good. So yeah.
Who do we have on there, Nikki? Sorry about that. Do you have the name, Nikki?
Dave.
Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Dave, D-A-V-E, Nick.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, I love L. Ellis. I mean, he plays his butt off every game, whether he's good or bad. He's playing his butt off. But tell me this, Marcus. You were a guard. I was a guard. Was there any time since well before puberty when you were standing in one place with nobody around you, simply dribbling the ball in front of you and lost the ball?
Yes.
That's happened to him twice this year. I mean, it happened in a previous game where he just dribbled it off his foot in the back court, nobody around him. And last night, I mean, how does that happen? I mean, my 9-year-old kid next door that is learning to play basketball, he can stand there and dribble the ball indefinitely. You know, it's inexplicable.
L. Ellis is an attacker, and he's not comfortable just like dribbling while people are getting organized because he's not looking. Like I'm telling you, like when he's just out there like pounding the ball, he's not comfortable just doing that. He wants to either be doing something with the basketball or getting, just getting it on. But I know what you're saying. I do get your point. I'm like, that can't happen. That just can't happen as a D1 point guard.
Okay, well, that one was fun to watch all the way through. They played well. They actually looked like they were playing basketball. You could tell what they were trying to do. It was enjoyable. Just give us that the rest of the season. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave, I appreciate the call. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
You can't lose that ball like that.
No.
You can't. You just can't lose that ball, Steve. Like I don't. It's like I'm not going to yell at the coaches. I'm not going to yell at anybody. I'm just saying, hey, son, I can't lose that basketball.
No, that's it.
Yeah. On my team.
Yeah, just that. There's just that can't happen. Don't know what to tell you. Like, well, do you have an explanation? No,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to try.
Can't happen.
Yeah. Just like whatever we do on this court today, guys.
Let's just never do that again.
Not going to talk about it again. Not going to revisit it again. Okay, so Kamari Lands was the most effective player.
I really liked what he did. I think he kept when the offense got stagnant. Kamari did something to keep it going.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question, and we're gonna talk about this in the second half.
Ooh, can we do grades? I feel like that was the first game we can do grades. Or not.
So, Steve, while Nikki's playing out, I want you to think about this.
Okay.
is the Kamari Lands effort sustainable? Is the Mike James effort sustainable? Who do you trust that game was them, or they just had a good game? Moving forward, we may get some grades in at the end. 939 The Ville.
Yay!
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, it's Andy Sweeney. We just got word the Tailspin Ale Fest is cleared for takeoff at Bowman Field coming up on Saturday, March 4th. More than 70 breweries pouring more than 250 beers, rare brews, and the Bourbon Barrel Bar is back again. Food trucks, live music, the Cox's Cigar Lounge, Drake's Silent Disco, and the ESPN Louisville Lager Lounge. All of this makes for a perfect gift for the beer fan in your life. Get your tickets today at tailspinalefest.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's 2023. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Now is the time to get signed up at FatJackSports.com. The best rates of the entire year. You can pay off the service fee up to over 10 months for as little as $180 a month to get all of the plays through the 2024 Super Bowl. That's all baseball, football, everything you need. Basketball added on. You can make money playing the games. Text yourself on or email to you. Go to FatJackSports.com. Sign up today.
The Kenny Payne Show.
Fired down in low, and Oklahoma has a shot that's swatted out of bounds by Huntley Hetfield.
Tonight at 7, right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Go visit Louisville's ultimate source for everything gooey and delicious. Melt 502, located at the heart of Fern Creek right behind the Moby Dick at 6318 Bardstown Road. Serving the best gourmet melts and sandwiches, handcrafted egg rolls, crispy wings, fried fish, delicious dessert egg rolls, and more. Melt 502, located in the heart of Fern Creek. Dine in or order online at melt502.com. Revolutionizing the way people eat and enjoy sandwiches. Melt502.com.
If you hear basketball's bouncing, that must mean the weather is getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18 months special financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval. Visit dfhcompany.com. Again, that's dfhcompany.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your
with interest rates rising. So having the right real estate agent is paramount to a successful transaction. So call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. He wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1050. And other catering services.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any. We buy any car. Any make, any model, any age, any price from $50 to $100,000. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any. We buy any car. Sell your car the easy way. Go online and sell it today. We buy any car. Any. Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I got your script.
Here we go.
Hey guys, Dr. Tisdale here. Want a possum experience for your pet? Come see me, meow. Nick, the script sucks.
I'm telling you, Doc, puns.
No.
Trust me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fine.
How about I just say, hey guys, you love your pet and I do too. So come to Tisdale Animal Hospital. Call 502-384-3260 or request an appointment online at TisdaleAnimalHospital.com.
Solid.
I can offer listeners a free first exam and a complimentary 1-month supply of flea and tick prevention.
Nice. Hate being itchy.
Also, we are one of the only veterinary hospitals in Louisville with a state-of-the-art in-house cytology machine, allowing us to test any lump or bump and get results in 2 hours or less.
Ooh, science.
Open 7 days a week, right off the Snyder in the Chamberlain Point Shopping Center.
Okay, that was better.
Told ya, Tisdale Animal Hospital.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com.
Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
good at NC State. And I think he's getting better and better. Something did creep into my mind last night to stay with this point. There was a comment, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't. But Kenny Payne before the season said something. He said, I like where we're at, but I feel like we're a couple months behind where I'd like us to be right now. Okay, let's look at that 2 months later. If that team right there, that team's 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
Without
I'm saying?
a doubt.
Yeah, like that team right there is 3-0. I still don't know if they go and win a bunch of games in the Maui. They may win one, maybe. They could beat somebody, but like Cincinnati or something. But, I don't know if they Arkansas and Texas Tech probably lose them anyways.
Right.
But what if, and Blankenbaker brought up something good this morning too with Mike James. Mike James coming off an Achilles. What if this is Mike James more fully healthy?
Yeah.
Season keeps going on, but what if it's right? And in saying that, kind of coming back to go ahead.
Yeah, there's two scenarios to that. If his timeline was right, he's gonna have to find a window to make up some ground.
Yeah,
because other teams are getting better as well, right?
Well,
So but here's the thing: Mike James, what did it say? Mike James is your biggest jump between freshman and sophomore, And here's the thing. The second half of your freshman year, if you play a lot, what do they say? You're a sophomore now.
Yeah.
So Mike James has the minutes under his belt to start acting like I'm not a freshman anymore.
Yeah.
So with those two, like I said, if you say this Christmas break, look, you take your Kentucky loss. You get that lesson. And by the way, Kenny Payne is sounding, maybe turns the corner. Hey, I gave y'all half a season, right? Hey, he changed the lineup. I'm looking for toughness now. I'm looking for things. Oh, listen, I did the nurturing thing. I did the learning. Listen, we did the emotional growth. We did the psychological growth. We did hey, I need to find out exactly what makes everybody tick. Now I know what makes everybody tick. But like you said, you could go back and have this team at the beginning of the year. Oh yeah, you're having a good year.
Well, sure, yeah. I don't know. Maybe this roster,
maybe say 500 year.
Yeah, maybe this roster topped out as an NIT team.
Right.
That might be what.
Right.
So, I'm not saying they're going to, when I say make up ground or you say make up ground, we're not saying they're going to turn into a,
right. But yeah, make up ground is the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you can just say no. But here's the thing too, Steve. We had double things to make up with the confidence part.
Yeah.
And the new style.
Yeah.
This is entirely new style of play to all the returning players.
Sure.
It's a complete new style.
No, 100% it is.
Yeah. So
I still say, I think it was Bozak Smith at that practice said it. I mean, he said it perfectly. He was like, you forget sometimes watching them that this is a roster full of guys that were recruited here to play a pack line defense. That's what they were recruited here to play.
Yeah, drag you deep water, mud.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see too many Sidney Currys recruited by Kenny Payne. There's not what what he's going to,
That's a great point. Actually, let's go ahead and run that Kenny Payne because like I said, I did not hear it.
Are we breaking in here? Or are we just going to run it straight? Are we talking?
Well, we're running straight, and if there's something, you pause, Nick, as well as I will. If you get something,
I was just letting people listen, that way people knew if we were gonna,
we weren't gonna cut out. We'll be right here on air though. So fire away.
First of all, I thought Syracuse is a very good team. They got a kid on there that can shoot the lights out, that makes big shots at critical times. I thought the point guard puts pressure on the rim. The big fella caught us slipping, and not paying attention and ducked us in a couple times. Good team, but it wasn't the win for them. Was more about us. There was unforced turnovers. There was lack of hitting somebody first to get a rebound at a critical juncture. I mean, I don't know how you win a game. How is it a 1-point game and we had 21 turnovers and they had 25 points off those 21 turnovers? That goes to show that we gave it away. We gave it away. And my heart goes out to my team because they deserve to win. They are getting better. They're fighting. They're trying. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to give it to you. You're going to have to take it. You're going to have to change the perception of who you are, what you are, and that you have to be realistic, and we got to look at ourselves and see what do people say about Louisville. And then we got to go change it. And if that means we get technical fouls because we hit somebody across the face, then we should get technical fouls because we hit somebody across the face, because we're not going to accept people looking at us turn the ball over or looking at us saying we can offensive rebound against them. They are soft. Not acceptable. Questions?
Kenny, what did you see on that last play? It looked like Mike might have been open if Ella had seen him, but it was such a scramble. Just kind of what was from your vantage point, what did you see on that?
Hard to say. It's hard to tell. A lot was going on. I don't know if the ref saw something or didn't see something. The staff thought it could have been a foul. I hadn't seen the tape yet to really look at it. I thought we was fortunate to be able to get the steal. Thought it was an opportunity to where we could have prolonged the game. But, it is what it is.
He's pissed.
Kenny, in this game, you did have 17 assists. So I guess for the most part, did you like the way the guys did pass in that zone and created some looks throughout the game?
I like the way the 17 assists, but what would it have been like if we don't turn it over 21 times? Could that have been 15 more points?
He's not happy.
8 more assists. We are getting better. And I'm saying it and I'm continuing to say it. We are getting better, but there are things that mentally we are like moments where we're like floating, mentally floating. I dribble up and I know I got to make a pass. But instead of faking the pass, I just telegraph my pass and they take it from me. But again, we're getting better. We have to get better at taking care of the ball.
Coach, you put Kamari in to start instead of Jalen. First thoughts on how Jalen reacted to that, and as well as Kamari?
I thought, the reason why we did it was to give Jalen a different look. I view this as we have multiple guys that can start, and Jalen needed something different. Jalen is a major piece to this puzzle. I need him to play well, not sometimes, all the time. And there are times when he doesn't see himself the way I want him to see himself or the way that I see him. And you got to sit and watch it and then come in and see maybe it helps you. I thought today his energy was better, but still got a long way to go.
Kenny, it seemed like Mike played his best game of the year. It was definitely the most points he scored. He was more aggressive and not just settling for jumpers and going to the rim. I think he had a couple 3-point plays. Did you tell him to be attack more?
I want Mike James to trust himself. I want Mike James to be an aggressor, a confident, aggressive player. I like that, but there were times when he was unsure of when to pass and he got turnovers. They were tentative plays. I don't like that. Mike is getting better, and this is great for Mike. Mike probably has never handled the ball as much as he's handling the ball now, and this is a part of his development. He's probably never shot as many jump shots as he's shot now. This is a part of his development. I love what the kid is. I love him as a player. I want more. I'm proud of the way he hustled and fought, and he did a lot of good things tonight. But we lost the game by 1 point. How many mistakes did each guy make during the flow of the game, from the beginning to the end? that could have affected winning.
Kenny, there's a stretch in the first half. You guys, I think it was a 17-2 run. You scored 13 straight. It might have been the best you've looked all year, and they call a timeout. They come right back and score 12 in a row. And I wonder if that's just indicative of where you guys are, that you can't, that you give away what you get.
Well, I look at it like this. We do some good things. We're an aggressor. We go on a run. They call a timeout. They get themselves together. They come out. They put us on our heels. We get tentative. How many turnovers happened in that stretch? Again, were they forced turnovers or were they our
tentative
lack of, I got to make sure I make this pass. I got to make sure he delivers the pass. I got to make sure turnover. You just got to play, man. You got to trust yourself. You got to trust your instincts. I'm giving you the game plan. I'm telling you every pass you make, I want you to fake a pass, make a pass. I don't want you to telegraph what you're doing because Syracuse is pretty good in their zone. And if you telegraph passes, they're probably going to steal them.
So you ready to get technical fouls now, huh? So you heard that whole press conference, and that's all you heard. I was like, you want to get text now? Yep. Yeah, if we go across your face, go across your face.
Yep. It's like, yep, sorry.
Yeah, we can't. And without saying it, he's saying, like, we got to change their. He's looking at the video, too, and see guys get away with something, get more and more confident. He was talking about the referees and the other team.
Well, yeah, and people have wanted to hear him talk more basketball instead of personality.
Yeah, right.
But the thing is again, I think you're seeing that as the season goes on. Like, I'm really kind of stuck on that timeline thing. Like, let's see. Because he sounds different in talking about what he's talking about. You didn't hear him in there once talk about, well, these guys need to get better.
Yeah, I won't book this, but the way he talked about Jalen Withers and said, because at first I thought this is what he's going to do. Jalen's going to play good, and
let me hang on. Can I read this really quick?
Yes.
Don't give us this crap about these recruits play the pack line. There is some talent here, no matter what the system. Also, don't blame a different system. You guys are just making excuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 45 exclamation marks. Sir.
Roughly 45 exclamation points.
Sir, it's 11:24. Calm down. Okay.
Listen. It's what January 4th, 5th. It's January 4th.
I don't know if you've ever been yelled at that loud.
Digitally.
Excuses!
Like that many exclamation points. Are you holding that?
That's
note,
exactly what I was going to ask. Are you
just volume?
Are you holding the exclamation? Is that all in all caps too? Or
yes. They had a text last night too. Here's their text from last night. We gave that game away. I wish we would have lost by 10. Only 3 exclamation marks. We're going to have so few chances to win games this year. This was a blown opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 13 exclamation marks.
So they were turned up last night.
Yeah, but this one was like, I've never, on the text line, you guys are making excuses.
Okay. If every exclamation point is a quarter of a second, can you hold your voice as long as that?
I can't. I cannot. I wouldn't even try.
No. Anyways, sorry. It just caught my attention.
Hold on. So Jalen Withers, he says he needed to see it from a different view. Go see it out there, see what they're doing out there. Then I can go out there and see where I need to attack at, what the team needs. He played better. But here's what I thought. You sit Jalen on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go right back to putting him in starting lineup because it's like, okay, prove that he's a different player, coach. Don't let him just get spicy one game.
Yeah.
And again, if this is the Jalen we get, I agree with KennyPayne. Like, no, dude, like you're a different player than what you're playing like, you know. It's not what we need.
Yeah.
We just don't need a big shooter out there. We need a dude that can get the ball in the middle, make some decisions, make the right pass.
Yeah.
So my biggest fear was Jalen was going to have a decent game and be right back in the starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, when I heard Coach say he got a long way to go.
Yeah.
It means you're not just jumping right back in the starting line. In my opinion. Like, I don't know.
Well, not in the spot for Kamari, at least, you know, and I don't think Jalen needs to start at this point. I would probably run it back. I mean, Saturday's a good, I mean, wait.
You wouldn't try putting him in for Sid?
Maybe. I mean, Sid's got to give us something, man. Something more. Like, he's got to
listen, Sid. Okay, here's the thing. Another compliment, another kudos to our team. Because if you drive, draw, and dish and get that ball to Sidney Curry and he loads up, those first couple of possessions that we got nothing from Sid getting the ball point blank range, those are the plays, Steve, that you just say we ain't got today.
Yeah.
If Sid is our toughness, if he's our toughness guy, and he gets those baskets, and Steve, they didn't look like they had a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like those first couple of plays when Sidney Curry got the ball, they didn't look like they were going in.
Yeah.
You know, it just didn't look right.
No, I know.
It didn't look aggressive, and you know, you just see him. He didn't look like he had much emotion going. It's like, are you having fun? Are you mad? Are you know? It's like, do you just like try to score, and if it happens, it happens. If not, and he kind of had a little limp to him too, and it was just like, can't be limping this early.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know really what you do.
Yeah, like maybe you do run Jalen in there, and have Sidney be the first guy coming off the bench, or
JJ.
No, yeah. Oh, what I mean is, whenever Jalen actually came in, maybe Sidney does that. Oh, hell, you're right. JJ, play better, JJ. Put some people on the bench. Play better, JJ. Get more rebounds. Put people on the bench. Force KennyPayne to play you. Doc, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away. Doc, you there?
Look at how Jalen played. You know, when he first came in the first half, he was responsible for a couple of turnovers. He got a charge where he turned his back to the basket, and then right back to the bench. Second half, he was putting up floater shots. He wasn't turning his back. He was taking care of the ball. It's like the light switch finally came on that he didn't have to be Superman. He could just be Super Jalen, doing what he can do and do those things well. If he carries that through instead of reverting back to trying to be super somebody else, you know, I think he'll see a whole lot more floor time.
Yeah.
Getting yanked after going into when he got put in the first half, he got yanked pretty quick because he wasn't a different Jalen. And second half, he's a totally different Jalen.
Yeah, no, I agreed on that. Doc, I appreciate the call. What was that sound? Didn't it sound?
Yeah, I heard
it sound like we were going through. Let's get another one in here real quick. Kevin, fire away.
Yo, what's up, man? I disagree with you guys on Sidney Curry. I thought he was aggressive. He as soon as the game started, he tried to duck on that 7-footer like 2 times and drew 3 fouls on the big man. Where he faltered is the free throws that he missed, you know, was the difference in the game. I mean, he shot 6 free throws. We only shot 10 as a team. So, and they shot 25. So between the turnovers and the difference in the free throw line, that's where the game was lost. I thought that I mean, I thought that he kept them honest. And, seriously, there's nobody else on the team that can give you what he can give you on the post-up game, because everybody else is pretty much self-check when they post up. So I disagree on Curry.
Fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's fair.
Yeah, because I guess
I think
I should say,
and I think we're holding Curry to we need Sidney Curry, not this guy.
I do agree. Like I think you give Curry credit. I mean, he got
some offensive rebounds.
Well, yeah, and he got into the spot and he was there. Those 2 plays he's talking about, but it's like, I don't know. It's like last year Sidney would have
got buckets, man.
Or he would have missed the dunk or something. Like he even really got off the ground. It was like, what happened? But yeah, I mean, no,
it's fair.
I mean, I guess I'll clean it up a little bit, and give him credit. I mean, he was there, he was where he needed to be, and I mean, he drew a couple fouls, and that was a big deal. So, yeah, I'll give him credit there.
Need buckets, though. I need buckets.
Sure,
I don't get Sidney sympathy.
Do you guys think Withers is better at the 4 or 5 spot instead of the 3? That's going to be the Jalen Withers lifelong conversation, I think. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, Texter. I'm just saying like that's kind of the
he's stuck with that one.
Yeah,
but that's what he wanted, and it's like but it's my age old conversation, Steve. Tall guy that wants to be outside. It's like, okay, but if you're not good on the inside at all, then you're just you're just competing with a short person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your advantage is that you can score in the inside and the outside.
Yeah.
But when people just forget about how important your inside part is.
Let me bring this up really quick. Texture says, what happened to Sid? Getting no and-ones, dancing like he did last year. Looks like he's not having any fun, even the games that he's played well. I mean, I'm not speculating, but I mean, just watching him as an outsider, I have gotten to the point where I'm wondering beyond,
Mm-hmm.
like, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like really,
Yeah.
like if he was my son, I feel like I would take him and be like, hey man, like talk to me. Are you all right? Because like he was at the free throw line last night, and it's like he almost looked like disconnected from reality. It was like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
And it might not be. I don't know. That's why I'm like, I'm not making light of it.
But
Like,
again,
I don't know. But
and again, this is coming from people who read all your mannerisms because we love sports.
Yeah.
So like this is not just he played bad, so he's out of shape. He plays good. I can tell he's getting back in shape.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we're doing here. We're saying, no, dude, like we can tell when you're having fun. We see when you scream and when you don't scream and when you flex and when you don't, so we like I said, we psychoanalyze all your mannerisms, and when you're good and when you're bad. So right now it's like, yes, on the free throw line, or like after you make a mistake, it's like it's almost alarming your lack of range of emotion.
Yeah.
You don't have a range of emotion.
Yeah. So
it makes you wonder for sure. I'll tell you what, we'll take our last quick break. 93.9 The Ville.
With the Kroger Plus card, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. And for every $1 you spend, you earn fuel points, which can add up to $1 per gallon off at the pump for the win. Plus, save every day on groceries and get personalized digital coupons for the win. The Kroger Plus card. All you do is win. Big, big savings. Sign up now at Kroger.com and start saving. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Ricoh and Savin.
For today and tomorrow.
And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Ricoh Pro C7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Ricoh and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-455-9419 today.
If you hear basketballs bouncing, that must mean the weather is getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18 months special financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval. Visit dfhcompany.com. Again, that's dfhcompany.com.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529, offices Louisville.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
The real estate market has shifted with interest rates rising. So having the right real estate agent is paramount to a successful transaction. So call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. He wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-455-9419 today.
Z-Trip. Z-Trip is the new face of taxi in Louisville. With Z-Trip, you can book a ride fast using our app, online at ztrip.com, or just call 24/7. Z-Trip never has surge pricing, and you can even pay cash or credit.
I use the Z-Trip app because it allows me to book in advance, and I know that all of their drivers have had a background check. Safety is important to me.
Download the free Z-Trip app and use promo code LOVEZTRIP for $10 off your first ride.
Z-Trip. You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, powered by Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
What'd you say about?
Richard Owens.
What about Richard Owens?
That's a good get.
Listen, you know how we talk about.
For those who don't know, Richard Owens, former tight
OL.
end here, hired as the offensive line coach. I actually used to coach tight ends here too.
Yep.
But hired as offensive line coach out of Georgia Southern, who is a predominantly run team.
He played here in 99 through 03.
Yeah, that's probably about right. It was Richard Owens and Ronnie Gent, right?
Yeah, they said his last year was Coach Brom's first year as the quarterback coach.
That sounds about right.
South Alabama and UAB. You know how we always just like people just don't like to hear those names, and we say no. That's where you go pillage.
Yeah,
for athletes.
Yeah,
you go South Alabama, UAB, and you say there's some athletes down there.
I know,
and some bodies. So you stick him on your team.
And like I said, Georgia Southern, man, I mean, they're known. They're a running football team.
And he was a running game coordinator.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I like to hear, man, when I hear a guy coming over to take over my O-line. I mean, he's been through it. He knows that play, he knows the area. He played here, he coached here. He's went out, he spread his wings, you know what I'm saying? And now he's back. I mean, we'll see. I mean,
yeah, is that another one of those guys that say this guy's going to appreciate the opportunity a different way?
I think so. I mean, I don't want to crown the assistant coach. I mean, I've done that before. And, like let's wait and see. But Texas said also he's from Florida, which never hurts.
Yeah, I don't think he'll dash out a week before the season starts to go to.
Yeah, North Carolina. What was it last year? Big Nail. It's like, all right, I'm headed to North Carolina.
Did Big Nail leave a week before the season started?
Yeah. You're going where?
What do we do to you?
No, man, I'm really pleased with that hire. I thought that was good. That was a nice little surprise yesterday. I mean, now, I'm doing this right off the top of my head.
Have they got the official release yet, or is this
I don't think it's been an official release yet, but it was like Ian Rappaport and stuff. I mean, it's legit. But it was I mean, on the offensive, I mean, we have an O-line coach now. We got a wide receivers coach, running back coach. I'm assuming Brian, because Brian will probably be here later this week. Brian and Coach Brom will take the quarterbacks. I don't know that you'll hire a quarterback coach between Garrett McGee, Brian, and because Garrett McGee coached quarterbacks for Bobby. I mean, so
I'll put in the application.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, I'll be the quarterback's coach. I'll be the quarterback's coach.
Listen, you talk about the most coasting job that you could.
What do you want me to do and say? Have them run this drill? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Hey, Pierce, Plumber, you guys get out here. Let's do this.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna do some 3-4 spikes. Go.
Yeah. That's what they're called. All right.
Right. We're gonna practice victory formation today, guys.
Hey, just tell them, keep their elbow. Keep their elbow. All right. Hey, elbows. Elbows.
That's all you gotta yell over and over again, Steve.
Yeah.
How awesome would that job be?
The best, dude. But I mean, between Garrett McGee, Brian, and Jeff, like the quarterbacks are fine. So I don't know. They may use that for another spot. Or I'm sure one of them will be tagged with that. But
you put the put the towel under their off arm like Brady.
Yeah, like
keep it tight.
keep it tight. But I mean, I think offensively, I mean, you got Dion still there that will probably, can help out some. And I think you're about done offensively. Defensively, I mean, I think you might be in a co-coordinator thing here. We'll see with the rest of the hires. We'll see. But I mean,
Also,
Hagen's will be here this week. Hagen.
Also, Owens was recruiting coordinator.
I didn't know that at Georgia Southern.
Yep, he was.
Okay, I
he
didn't know
was.
that.
What is it? Yeah, he had a recruiting title. You know, like a recruiting ops title.
Yeah, I did not know that.
So I'm like, okay,
the staff's coming together, man.
You bring something with you or something?
I think you'll see a couple more ads on defense. I mean, obviously Ron English can coach. He coached DBs. He's done a good job, but I think you'll see another defensive. I'd like to see a recruiter.
Just a pure recruiter.
Yeah, like as my messing with my corners.
Taylor.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, because it's funny. They usually have the most personality, and they usually don't care.
I loved when we had Buckley.
Yeah. Just get out there because they speak a different way.
Yeah,
like that coach who just comes. There's always a coach who looks you up and down all the time, and that's the coach where you kind of be like, "What, man?"
Yeah,
and it's like, "You gonna let them punk you today, ain't you?"
I know. Texter said, a tweet I got sent. I saw it on a couple of the boards, but I guess it's out there on Twitter now. So sorry. It says talking about the Caden Prescorn kid from Memphis is on a visit today, apparently. 6'6", 215, had 48 catches last year, 602 yards, 7 touchdowns. Now, apparently his story was he was a quarterback turned tight end. I like those guys.
I like that.
I
like that.
But he's on a visit today, and I'm sure he's got a couple more lined up too. But that's not bad. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you're going to add pieces. Like through continued. So they haven't heard anything on the Coleman kid. Kind of keep an eye on that. But yeah, I mean, they're putting together this is nerdy time, and I love this time.
Right.
I love watching the roster come together. I love watching the coaching staff come together.
Yeah, because once you know, okay, this is where it's coming together. This is what I expect to see, and this is what like once you start getting into expectations turning into tangible stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this guy. I know where he's from. Now I can start picking apart like, okay, what's your area of expertise? Where are you recruiting?
Right.
Yeah, so we're getting really close to that time. And it doesn't hurt when you get days like this. You look outside. I know it's January, but see, it looks kind of warm and
sunny. It's nice.
You say, before you know it, springtime will be right around the corner.
I know, man.
We'll be making our NIT run.
Oh boy.
Come on, guys. New year, new team.
Yeah.
Nikki, you want to add anything before
I
we
wanted
get
to give
out
a quick shout out too, man. I know our guy Uber Andre. I was talking about him just the other day, but he was in a pretty bad wreck. He's okay.
No,
I guess he broke his femur. It's like, so yeah, man, remembered him too. Gosh, yeah.
Shout out Jeremy Wallman.
Yeah, and Jeremy. I know Jeremy. We'll send a couple. We'll leave that private.
Yeah.
But we'll send a couple extra prayers up for him. He's getting some news, so we'll check that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nikki, you have any was it superlatives?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about, Nick? The last couple minutes.
I started a diet today. You guys proud of me?
Why did you do that? That was the worst thing ever.
No, because here's the problem. Here's the problem. This is something I run into a lot in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You read that gasp 100% wrong. Okay. You said I started a diet, and I want people to hear this explanation because it's going to sound like crap, but it's not. Okay, Nikki, you started your diet. Of course, we all are doing our little New Year's crap, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, Nikki, I've been doing this cucumber, pineapple, ginger stuff, and it's irritating me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's irritating me, and my body is adjusting to all of these nutrients. Adjusting. Right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm off balance right now. You can't really leave the home for extended periods.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm on a different kind of schedule now.
Oh yeah.
So when you said I started a new diet, I'm like, I'm irritated by the stuff I'm doing to try to, jumpstart my.
It is crazy how like everything gets. It's like a good thing ultimately, but that like
your body
everything gets thrown out of whack and.
So that
everything.
My side was kind of like when you said it, I started thinking about this crap.
Good, because it kind of come off like you were. Oh boy!
Right,
here we go.
Right, like I'm.
Is this true though? Like when you start a diet, I feel like the universe will throw in the first week.
Yeah.
It will try to truck you up because it's like, okay, I need to make sure you're serious about this. Because first time I went on Vitality, this is God's honest truth.
Yeah, you told me the donut.
But I never told you what happened after that. The guy was trying to give away free donuts. The next day, I go and get a salad at Arby's, and the guy was like, "Hey man, I gave you an extra roast beef sandwich." The next day, Nathan Huber brought in like 3 dozen donuts or like something like delicious cannolis. He's half Italian, so this go around, I was not expecting that because this diet isn't as
extreme. Yeah, don't say extreme, just intense.
Isn't as intense. And I mean, I'm looking at it, it's fine. I'm doing it with the girlfriend. I'll drop some pounds. It's not going to be near as effective as Vitality, but it's nice. It's a good start. Eventually I'll probably go back into doing Vitality. There you go. I hope the camera caught that. But my first hurdle was you have to make a fruit smoothie in the morning, and the frozen bag of blueberries spilled all over the floor.
That's your fault.
And then my dog walked in. My dog stepped in it.
You see what I'm saying?
And I had blue paw prints all over the house.
You see what I'm saying, Steve?
You will this garbage.
You see what I'm saying, Steve?
No, I did.
Yes, you do.
I wasn't tripping about